Hello there, my lovelies. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Otis. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be talking about the bullying allegations with Meghan Markle. Now, what we have to understand about the bullying allegations is that not everything has come out about the bullying allegations, and I think that says a lot. But I think the fact that someone that was investigated, someone who was interviewed, not investigated, but was interviewed for the bullying allegations against Meghan Markle has come out and said a few words, and I think we should just take a look at what she said. So let's get into it. Mr. Otis, a good doggy. Oh, he's like, okay, so this is the story that we're talking about. So former Meghan Markle aide breaks her silence on the bullying allegation, claims a staff who quit on her. Yeah, so this is what we have to understand about any bullying allegation is that why is there even a report on you bullying people? I think that says a lot because I can assure you there will never be an investigation about me bullying someone. That will never happen. But the idea and the fact that there actually has been, Otis, no. The fact that there has actually been a investigation against you, Otis, stop. No, you're gonna look away? You gonna look away? Huh? Okay, go sit down. I know you want to sit. Do your little circles. You're not going to do your circles. The fact that there is a bullying report that was investigating Meghan Markle says a lot. That right there tells you everything you need to know about this woman. It says something's wrong with you because you bully people so much so that they had to do an investigation. Really? Like there's a there. And that's the whole idea that I think a lot of people need to realize is that, you know, you were investigated for bullying your staff. Woman, what is wrong with you? Right? So this is what has happened. I want to first thank NurX for sponsoring today's video. The one thing that I always tell my loved ones, take control of your health care. That is so important. And look out for you. And that is exactly what my sponsor today is all about. They provide you with expert healthcare advice by providing treatment and care that is personalized for you. NurX helps you to make informed choices about your healthcare that is tailored to your unique health history. Out of all of the healthcare needs that they can help you with, I am going with the anti-aging. Yes, folks. I'm a certain woman of a certain age and I need to make sure I am taking good care of myself, kind of keeping those wrinkles at bay. Anti-aging is very important to me. With NurX, you get a personalized treatment plan with a dermatology expert. NurX offers clinically proven treatments for anti-aging that are more effective than over-the-counter products. You can get the powerhouse of skincare ingredients with their retinoid treatment. Taking control of your healthcare starts here. Go to nurx.com/PDINA. To get started, go ahead and click the link in the description. That's nurx.com/PDINA. Results may vary, but it's not offered in every state. Medications prescribed only if clinically appropriate. Consultation required. So I want to thank NurX for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into our story. Meghan Markle's former royal aide Samantha Cohen has finally confirmed that she was one of 10 royal staffers to be interviewed by Buckingham Palace's investigation into the bullying accusations leveled against the Duchess of Sussex. Now, Cohen worked for the royal family since 2001. Okay, 2001, before Meghan even came into the picture, and was Markle's private secretary. So when the first complaint was made, the former Suits star created a hostile work environment. So when all of this happened was when Meghan came into the family. So from 2001 When this woman started working, because this is her story, all was good. There were birds or were singing. Oh, we work for the royal family. I'm making good money. I love my life. Oh, and then all of a sudden, this woman comes out of nowhere who sought out a prince, scammed her way into a marriage, and all of a sudden now this Samantha Cohen is looking at dark gray skies in her work environment because it's no longer birds are singing and the clouds are blue. Things got really dark and gray and somber because that woman came into the working environment. This really happened when Meghan came, right? So although she would not elaborate in an interview with the Australian newspaper, the Herald Sun, Cohen, an Aussie, she's an Aussie, mate. I know that was a terrible impersonation, forgive me. But, quote, I was only supposed to stay for 6 months, but I stayed for 18. We couldn't find a replacement for me, and when we did, we took them on a tour to Africa with Harry and Meghan to show them the ropes. But they quit while on the trip in Africa. Okay, we got to break this down, folks. Okay, first of all, she was there for 6 months. At some point within those 6 months, Samantha said, okay, you know what? I don't want to work for you. I do not want to work for this woman, Meghan Markle. Here is my notice. They couldn't find anybody to replace her because she'd been there 20 years. Why would you want to just get up and leave and quit a good job working for the royal family, like the most prestigious job you could have? And it was so bad that she said, I have to leave. I cannot work in this environment, considering the great job that she had. And then they couldn't find anybody to replace her. Nobody. Finally, a girl comes and it's like, okay, she might work. Let's test you. Go with us to Africa. Let's see how you handle it. This person could have been a girl or boy. I'm not sure if it was a girl or boy. Get to Africa on this trip with Harry and Meghan. Mid-trip, quits. It's like, I don't want to work for you. I'm interviewing you just as much as you're interviewing me. And I can tell, honey, I don't want to work for this woman. Something is wrong. That says a lot. And I think paying attention to what has happened with this woman and her workers tells you so much. It tells you literally everything you need to know about Meghan Markle's character. And I'm going to give you, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a comment that someone made about Meghan Markle, that typical delusional person that sees someone like a Meghan Markle and does not know what kind of person she is, only because of what they wrote in this post that my sister sent me. And I think she sent it to me because she knew, look at what this girl wrote. Because my sister, she doesn't go on either side of this story. She was like most people until I got into her ear and gave her the real rundown. And then so she sent me this story of this girl who, what she said about Meghan, I almost did a somersault out my chair when I read it. I was like, what? But I'll read that to you here in a second. She quit while on the trip in Africa. It's like it was that bad, folks. It was that bad. Even I remember she had a female security officer and she ended up quitting as well. It's just terrible. So Cohen stopped working for the royals in 2019. So the Post has contacted reps for Markle and Buckingham Palace for comment. The allegations came just days before Markle and Prince Harry sat down for their bombshell tell-all interview with Oprah, in which the American Orchard Riviera founder claimed life in the royal family was almost unsurvivable. Yeah, it was unsurvivable for her because she didn't know how to follow rules. She didn't know how to be second fiddle. And this is the thing. When I look at someone like a Meghan Markle and I think, what is wrong with you? You look at all the luxury and all the benefits she got as a working royal. She did not want to follow the rules. Like your ego is so big that you think you supersede the royal family. I would have been like, okay, Kate, what you want me to do, girl? You want me to walk behind you? You want me to curtsy to you? I'll be like, okay. And I'm doing it. Because I'm like, looking, I got this luxury. I live in privilege. I've got maids and servants, and I just go out and do goodwill and help people. I don't have to worry about working a job. Like, This is the life. And she could not do this. Okay, your life is scrutinized. People are looking at you all the time, what you're doing. Look, if you're not doing anything, if you're just doing the work, like Catherine, if you're just there living a very simple life in all of your luxury, who cares if people are watching you? Okay, I'm taking a break. Leave me alone. I'm going on vacation. And that's what they do. I've got a high tolerance for some nonsense. And I could have taken any nonsense within the royal family all day long, because I'm living in luxury. I'm getting massages every day. Every day. I'm getting facials. I'm eating what I want. I'm not worrying about trying to figure out the best low cost or low fat meals. I'm just saying, okay, I want not a lot of carbs. I don't want a lot of fat. I want it to taste good. And I want it about 3 times a day. Yeah, and I don't care how much it costs. Just can you do that for me, chef? And it's done. Like, the simple things, folks. These are the simple things. And Meghan could not do these simple things. It tells you so much about her character. Okay? So I'm so glad Samantha came out and said she was one of the people that was being, talking about this investigation. And yeah, she gave her 2 cents. And I'm sure she gave an earful of what happened to her. The HR review was privately funded by Queen Elizabeth II and carried out by a 2 independent investigator in March of 2021 after 2 royal staffers alleged they had been bullied while working for her. Meghan Markle. Let's just get that straight, who her is. Okay, Markle's legal team denied any allegations of bullying, calling them a calculated smear campaign. Allegations included Markle making her assistants cry and treating others so badly they had to quit. Yeah, you're treating people poorly and you're affecting their mental health. I mean, this is their livelihood to pay their bills, and you're making that unbearable. No doubt, people are quitting. Because you can't live and work in an environment like this. That woman, let me tell you something. In my opinion, that Meghan Markle is evil. Evil to the core of every cell in her body. She don't care. She can't even let people make a wage and have a decent living without giving them a hard time. That says everything you need to know about this woman. The investigation concluded in June of 2022, and while a senior royal aide claimed the findings resulted in changes, they also said the findings won't ever be made public. And what a shame that is. Now, the review has been completed and recommendations on policies and procedures have been taken forward. Michael Stevens, the Queen's treasurer, said during a briefing at the time, but we will not be commenting any further. I think the objectives have been satisfied because lessons have been learned, a senior royal source said. Elsewhere in Cohen's Herald Sun interview, she claimed the late Elizabeth had no ego, yet loved it when things went wrong. Oh, she loved it when things went wrong. And I'm imagining, something exciting happened. Something went wrong. Okay, let's have fun with it. Like, she didn't have an ego. She didn't take it too seriously. The Queen was laid back. Oh, okay, so forgot to curtsy. Big deal. If it were Meghan, she forgot to curtsy. Go get in the corner. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you made a mistake. Something went wrong and it was a price to be paid. As far as Meghan is concerned, but with the Queen, who is the Queen, she's like, okay, something didn't go right. That's fun. Let's make light of it. Let's just have a go at it. Let's just, let's not take it too seriously, And that's the whole way and era of the Queen, the late Queen, was not to be all uptight about these things, but Meghan got into this big ego of hers when she came into the royal family and she couldn't control her big head and she had to go acting a fool and being just completely out of control because she had power. Okay, and this is somebody who you just have to look at her and say, people are never ever going to accept you because you have something wrong with you. And everything we need to know is because there was a bullying investigation done by you. And the good thing is that the policies had to be amended. And I think they were amended to say things like, well, when you have a senior royal with a big head come into the royal family, we've got to put stipulations on the things that they can do and cannot do. Because when someone with a big ego comes into the royal family and doesn't know how to treat staff, then we've got to put stipulations and policies and procedures out there so the big-headed ego senior member of the royal family knows how to control themselves. I believe these were the policy changes that they made. Not thinking that anyone that would come into the royal family with such a big head and treat people so poorly. So they changed their policies and put a check on any future big-headed ego senior royal family members for the future. That's what I think they've done. And with that said, let's look at this nonsense of a comment this woman made on social media that my sister sent me because, you know, this is the typical person that's an American, usually a minority person that doesn't have much to do with things that go on in foreign countries. They just live in their good old American life and don't know much about other places of the world. And they see this Meghan Markle bloop, pop up on the screen and, oh, she black, I like her. Not knowing anything about her character or anything, but just because she black. Okay, this is what the girl says. The press, many Americans and most Brits hated Meghan for no other reason than her being mixed race and dare return Harry's love and affection. The Brits went out of their way to define her, and when that was done, they sought to destroy her. Prince Harry was an adult and fully capable of choosing a life partner, but for the most part, it was Meghan they chose to vilify, shame, and destroy. She will never gain favor in their sight, not because of what she has done, but because of her skin. It's because of her skin. May God continue to bless them and their children. Now that, folks, right there is somebody that surely doesn't know what they're talking about. She's speaking out the side of her face, but she don't know it. And you just got to say, girl, something is wrong with you. You got to learn a few things about the world. You got to learn a few things about the royals and about the woman that you think has done nothing wrong. And it was because of her skin that looked white. That was the reason. It's not like they said her skin was the problem and really thought it was her skin. No, because if you look at Meghan, she don't even look black. She don't look black or brown like me. She look white. Okay? So with this woman, just look, woman. Watch my videos, learn something. Just watch and learn. That's what I say. And most importantly, I want to say is to Meghan Markle, watch and learn. I know you can't learn because your head is still too big, but unfortunately for you, you're just going to have to keep living in your nonsense of an ego and keep trying and trying and trying. I'll be here to critique you in your nonsensical behavior. Yes, I'll be here. Until next time. Bye.